Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's B. Avery here, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion. I really do appreciate it. And with this episode, we are doing another box office breakdown for all the new releases, all the old releases, and all that good stuff. Hope you watched Game of Thrones last night. Hope you filed your taxes, because all that's in the past, and we're going to be talking about box office right now. And sorry I did not get to you yesterday, Sunday, where I usually do these. I was just too busy, and then Game of Thrones came on and I had to watch that, and I didn't get to it. But on Sundays, the bad thing is we get the estimated numbers. But on Monday, the time I'm filming this right now, we have the actual numbers. So let's go ahead and dive into this box office and look at the actual numbers first. Let's look at the new releases. We have 4 new releases, and those are Little, Hellboy, a rebooted film, After, and Missing Link. Now, out of these 4 films, I have seen 2 of them. I have seen Little and Hellboy. You can subscribe to my channel and go check those reviews out. Please do. After and Missing Link, I did not see, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm probably not going to see them because I have no interest. But let's take a look at the top 5 real quick to see if any of these new releases made it into the top 5 and just see what the top 5 is. And coming in at number 1, as expected from me and myself at least, is we have Shazam. Shazam is coming in at number 1 in its second week of release, bringing in $24 million, $24,453,514. It had a 54% drop, 54.3% drop. It is now in 4,306 theaters. It raised 89 theaters from last week. And again, guys, the budget is $100 million. Number 2 is Little, bringing in $15 million, $15,405,455. It is in 2,667 theaters, and that budget was $20 million. Coming in at number 3 is Hellboy, bringing in $12,045,147. And this first weekend of release, theater count is 3,303. Budget is $50 million. Coming in at number 4 is Pet Sematary. It had a 60% drop, bringing in $9,745,207. Like I said, 60.2% drop, is in 3,585 theaters. Budget was $21 million. Second week of release. And coming in at number 5 is Dumbo at $9,404,542. It had a 48.4% drop. It is in now 3,706 theaters, and it lost 553. It is in its third week of release, and that budget is $170 million, which in my opinion is way too much. Now, of course, we're going to talk about the new releases more in just a moment, whether they came in the top 10 or the top, well, they didn't come in the top 5, you're just looking at it. Whether they even made it in the top 10, we're going to come back to that. But let's focus in on number 1 real quick. And that number 1 for this box office weekend, Warner Brothers Shazam. It is the 7th film in the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe. I have a spoilers review for it. I have a non-spoilers review for it. I have a post and mid-credit scene video for it. And I also have my DC Extended Universe movies ranked from worst to first, including Shazam. Go check out all 4 of those videos. Right now, domestically, it is standing at $94,226,527. It will cross over $100 million domestically at this point. It will reach that by next weekend. Right now, internationally, it brought in $164,100,000. And we have a worldwide total right now of $258,326,527. Now, in my opinion, I think this film is going to reach profit land. Not saying that it's going to be by a lot, but I think it will. And you know me, guys, the rule of 3, a film needs to make at least 300. No, I'm sorry, not 300. It needs to make at least 3 times its production budget for the film studios to say that they had a respectable profit. you know, because the budget was 100 million, but you know, the worldwide gross at the end of the theatrical run, the theater owners get a cut of the box office sales. They do. There's no way around it. And it averages about 33%, a third of the box office. Then you subtract the production budget, then the marketing budget. I'm going to keep saying this over and over because a lot of you people do know, but a lot of you don't. So right now it's looking at 258 million worldwide. So it only needs $41 million worldwide by the end of its theatrical run. Again, it has not opened in Japan yet. It opens in Japan this coming weekend. And I'm not saying that it's going to make gangbusters in Japan like this is China or something like that, but I think it will make anywhere from 8 to $15 million in Japan. You know, because for the most part, everybody loves the film. Now, again, people, Shazam, you know, I can't even talk. I'm trying to be funny. You know, it debuted lower than everybody else. It has the lowest opening in the DCEU. Well, I mean, that's expected. It's the least known character in the DCEU, and it was also the cheapest at 100 million. I think the next price tag was 150 million with Wonder Woman. This is $50 million cheaper. So I think it would just be fine. Also, if you want to compare Shazam to another superhero film, a fair one would be Ant-Man in the MCU that came out in 2015. If you look at the both of them, okay, so Shazam's production budget was 100 million. Ant-Man's was 130 million. Okay, the opening weekend for Shazam was 53 million. Opening weekend for Ant-Man was 57 million. Okay, and the second weekend for Ant-Man was 24 million. The second weekend for Shazam was 24 million as well. So they're kind of right neck and neck there. Ant-Man will win. I mean, it's not going to make more than Ant-Man. It's just not. If you go to Box Office Mojo, and if you look at the showdown between each of those films, Ant-Man is winning the day-to-day battle, and I just don't see Shazam catching up, especially with Avengers Endgame around the corner. Now, Shazam does have one more week pretty much of no competition, except for this coming week we have the horror film by Warner Brothers as well, La Lorna. I know I'm butchering that name, you know, my bad on that, guys. And also, real quick, I almost forgot to mention that the cinema score for Shazam is sitting at a healthy A right now. Only thing higher than that is an A+. So that's just really good as far as, like, I don't necessarily want to say repeat viewings as far as this film. Some people may, but it'll have a good word of mouth. Okay, so that is what Shazam is looking like, coming in at number 1, bringing in 24 million. Standing tall right now, 94 million domestically and 258 million worldwide. I think it will cross that $300 million mark. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna make 325 worldwide. That's just I'm just gonna call it right now. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I'm wrong. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not right all the time and don't claim to be. Coming in at number 2 is Little, another Will Packer film. I really did enjoy Little. Well, I enjoy Little. I want to say I really did enjoy Little, but I enjoyed it. Its opening weekend is $15 million, $15,405,000. Right now, worldwide is looking at $17 million. I'm not going to make a big deal about the worldwide gross because this film is not, I'm just not expecting it to do anything worldwide. Now, as far as a release is concerned. Now, if you want to compare it to another film that came out this year as well, we could compare this to What Men Want, which is kind of, I guess, a reboot of the What Women Want with Helen Hunt and Mel Gibson from, what was it, 99 or 2000 or something like that. But What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson, that's also a Will Packer film. These two films opens with a similar opening. What Men Want had a slightly bigger opening at $18 million, while Little had a $15 million opening. Both production budgets were $20 million. And worldwide right now, What Men Want is sitting at $71 million worldwide. So it's in profit land. It only needs to make 60 and it says 71. So I'm really hoping that Little can make, you know, profit as well. Let's just go support the film, guys. I pay for it myself. If I have my ticket stub, I will hold it up right here. I pay for What Men Want. You got to support your people. I mean, support everybody. Whether you're white, black, red, yellow, brown, support everybody, but support your specific group first. That is important, and don't get mad at me for saying that, because that's what everybody does, and there is nothing wrong with that, okay? Because you heard me say support everybody. I just said make sure you support your own your group as well. So support the film Little. Miss Marseille Martin, 14, 15 years old, the youngest executive producer in Hollywood. Even, I mean, this is not a completely original IP, but I'm not gonna crap on either. You know, more power to you, my young sister, my young queen. But that is coming in at $15 million right now, $17 million worldwide. Number 3 right now is Hellboy. This film effing sucked. Gosh, this is gonna bomb miserably. But that's coming in at number 3 with $12 million. That's the worldwide gross too. It is $50 million. Is this not opening worldwide? What's going on? Let me check that out real quick. But since we're talking about Hellboy right now, Hellboy is at a C+ right now. I mean, not a C+, a C, which is trash, which is horrible. The film was, I couldn't stand that film. But let me look at Hellboy real quick. Excuse me, look at its worldwide release, if any at all. Okay, it opened everywhere. So why don't we get the, okay, let me go to the numbers.com real quick to see if we have a worldwide gross for Hellboy so far. And we do. $12 million domestically, $10 million internationally. Right now, it is at $22 million. Damn, this film is gonna flop. Yeah, I mean, it got panned by critics. It got panned by fans. It's getting panned at the box office. I mean, it'll probably have a 50, 60. Yeah, this is gonna be a loss for. I don't even know what studio this is. What studio is this? What studio is Hellboy? What studio is this? This is Lionsgate. Yeah. So Hellboy is not doing hot right now, guys. Coming in, a lot of films aren't. We're finna talk about it. What's number 4? Let's concentrate on that. Pet Sematary. $21 million budget. It is in profit land right now, and worldwide it's $76 million. The domestic run is $40,866,000. Yeah, $40,866,867. Foreign is $35 million, and worldwide is at $76 million. So they don't have to worry no more. The film has made money. Of course, Paramount wants to make as much money as possible. I thought the film was decent. I thought it was fair. Right now, the cinema score is, where's the cinema score for Pet Sematary? It is at a C+, which is trash. It's better than Hellboy though, at a C, but it's at a C+, which is not good. And with Pet Sematary making, it's coming in at number 4 in its second weekend. Yeah, it had a 60% drop because, I mean, the word of mouth wasn't that good. But again, it doesn't matter. It's in profit land right now, and a lot of times 60%, 70% drops don't matter if the film opened to expectations or over. Because, okay, when Avengers Endgame comes out, what if it has a 60-70% drop? So what? It's going to make more than $250 million opening weekend. I strongly doubt it's going to make less than Avengers Infinity War. So opening weekend. But anyway, let's move on to number 5, which is Dumbo, which is another crap bag at the box office. At least I enjoyed the film. Right now, domestically, it is at $90 million. Now, I didn't even think he was going to reach 90 million. I mean, I said it wasn't even going to make 100 million domestically. It may not, but we're just going to have to see. 90 million right now. Internationally is 178. So worldwide right now, it is looking at $268 million worldwide. That's not even remotely close for it to be close to profit land. Since the budget of the film was $170 million, it needs to make at least 510. Well, that's 3 times the production budget to, you know, for the studio to say it's a respectable profit. Right now, the cinema score for Dumbo is an A, which is good. But just no one, I mean, they just spent too much damn money on this film. I mean, and nobody just cared to see it, in my opinion. I mean, Dumbo is just wasn't one of those beloved animated films coming up. I mean, it wasn't Beauty and the Beast, it wasn't Aladdin, it wasn't Lion King. It was Dumbo. Not trying to crap on Dumbo, but it's Dumbo. So Dumbo is doing dumb at the box office, unfortunately, and is not going to be making any money, any moolah. All right, guys. Well, let's look at the top 10 real quick for the box office. Coming in number 6, I forgot about Captain Marvel. It's still making money. Captain Marvel is number 6 at $8,611,000. 30% drop. Is now 2,900 theaters. Lost 598. It is now in the 6-week of release. Us coming in at number 7 with $6.8 million. 50% drop. I'll come back to Us in a second. Number 8, the new release is After, bringing in $6 million, 2,100 theaters. Budget was $14 million. First week of release. Missing Link, number 9, $5,944,000. It is on 3,400 theaters. First week of release. And The Best of Enemies is coming in at number 10. It's in the second week of release with Taraji P. Henson bringing in another $2 million. This film does not look like it's going to make money either. And that sucks. I haven't seen the film, but I'm going to still go pay for it because I want to support Miss Taraji. She's great. Sam Rockwell is great as well. I understand that this film is based on a true story, but the marketing to me, it just wasn't there. I mean, for a film to have a $10 million budget, which is hella cheap in Hollywood, that is pennies, okay? $10 million is a lot to me. Ooh, man, if I had $10 million, but you get what I'm trying to say. This is pennies to them. And for a film to, for it to be just so low in the production budget, but still lose money like this, is just unfortunate. But nobody went to go see it. Support people, support who you like, guys. Support your people, support your fans. Support everything. You get what I'm trying to say. Okay, but let's look at Captain Marvel real quick. Now we're gonna come back to Captain Marvel. We're gonna look at Us real quick with Jordan Peele and his 4th week of release. Let's see where this thing is domestically and worldwide. Domestically, it is at $163 million, $235 million worldwide, which is super dope. As far as Get Out is concerned, the other film written and directed by Mr. Jordan Peele, the worldwide total for Get Out was $255 million. So Us is $20 million short of that, and it may get there. It may. I'm confident that it will. Let's see if this has Us open everywhere across the world. Let's take a look at what the blacks are doing across the world. Black people. Okay, so it has opened everywhere across the world. And the cinema score for Us wasn't good. Let me look at it real quick. It was a B. That's not the best. It's not. It's just what it is. Coming in at number, we just talked about those films. Okay, now we can talk about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, $1 billion club right now. It is at $386 million domestically, 677. It's going to be 678 worldwide. Foreign. So it is past Black Panther. It's not Black Panther as far as internationally is concerned, because I think Black Panther. The only reason I'm bringing Black Panther up is because those were like neck and neck at one point as far as international is concerned. So, I guess they like blacks overseas and they like women superheroes too overseas a good amount. Where is it at? So Black Panther overseas made 646, and Captain Marvel is now at 677 internationally. But it will make 400 million domestically. I'm very confident in that, especially with the Avengers Endgame boost. But right now it is at $1,064,525,102 off of a budget of $150 million. So that is well into profit land. So let's see what Captain Marvel is doing as far as the rest of the MCU is concerned. Right now it is still number 8 domestically in the MCU at 386. The only thing that's beating it right now is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. There's 7 films beating it, but it's close. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That's at 389. Captain Marvel's at 386. It's going to pass that by this coming weekend. And again, I do think it's going to pass Captain America Civil War at 408. And then if we want to look at the worldwide for the MCU, Captain Marvel is at number 7 still at $1,064,000,000. Captain Marvel Civil War is at $1,153,000,000. I don't think it will pass Captain America Civil War. Oh, look, Captain America and Captain Marvel are right there. No, I'm sorry. I don't think it'll pass Captain America Civil War at 1.1 billion, but you know, it might with the Avengers Endgame boost. I mean, Avengers, like I said, Avengers, for Captain Marvel to do that, to make 1.1, 1.2 billion worldwide, Avengers Endgame literally has to meet everybody's expectations. It may have to exceed our expectations, because while Avengers Infinity War, it did not meet my expectations. It was damn close, because there was some things that I did not like in the movie. It wasn't a perfect film. But I mean, we got to be walking out of Avengers Endgame talking about, oh my gosh, this movie blew my freaking socks off. It blew my mind. It exceeded my expectations. This is the best film in the MCU. Because Avengers Infinity War is not the best in the MCU to a good number of people. It's up there, top 3, top 5, but you know, it's not the best to me. It's damn good though. But Avengers Endgame, if Avengers Endgame is the best in the MCU universally, Captain Marvel will be making 1.1, 1.2 billion worldwide. Avengers Endgame will be making 300 million opening weekend and 3 billion worldwide at the box office. If we walk out the MCU, Endgame, saying that it's the best in the MCU, like, it may even make 4 billion. And y'all may be like, oh, what the hell, B? What do you? No, you just don't understand. If it's that damn good, the average person will go see that in the theater 3 times. Not the average movie goer. The average person. The average person goes to the theater like less than 5 times a year. But we'll just have to see. 4 billion is just, I think 3 billion is very reachable. But anyway. But yeah, just real quick, guys, that's it. Let me just run down something real quick. No, that's it. But guys, that is just my opinion for this box office rundown for new releases of Little Hellboy After Missing Link and Shazam being #1. What do you think about all these numbers? Did it hit your expectations? Did it fall below? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Have I turned you on? Have I turned you off? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you don't, that's fine. But you can still subscribe to my channel. You can also look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all that good stuff. It's right there at the bottom of your screen, and I made it very easy by providing links to all that good stuff down in the description box below. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion/review/reaction of these box office numbers. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.